See a different match. This is a playoff match here for OMG. So I'll get us out of 2019 and I'll take us, or rather 2018, and take us right into Weibo versus OMG. Now, Lyric, in our 144p stream, as we try and get things sorted, I want you to tell me a little bit about 13.4 and what you want to expect here, because if you just say Zeri Lulu and Lucian Nami, I am going to be upset.
Well, I was going to say Lucian Nami, but OMG having other plans. We've been having a lot of priority come out on like the first rotations of Gragas. Aki only playing it once so far. Neither Cream nor Shanji picked it up. But also having the Tristana, which I love when OMG goes with because it is a flex. Abel is one of the AD carries who historically has been willing to bring out this champion, has played in this split. And yeah, just gives OMG a lot of, I'd say, dynamic explosion potential on the Rift.
Love that flexibility. Again, OMG are that team that had these unique pockets. Things like the Tristana, you know, Abel as well has had Samira banned against him almost 24/7 in this split as well. They've got a lot of respect for these pocket picks. Even the Rumble for Shanji is something we might be talking about this series, especially up against the Shires. Getting excited for that matchup, considering right now we do have OMG playing it safe. Shanji runs up on the Cassante top lane. This means that Weibo might have a counter response here to set up for the Shies lane.
I also just like this because you're taking away the Cassante, you're banning out the Scion, two of the things the Shy has been, again, more stable on and able to find these huge impacts. The Cassante specifically is 14 games on the pick this split. His next most played is Gnar at 6, and then everything is 2 or less. So really going to be pinching him and kind of pushing Weibo in a different direction, which might be good for their comp because, you know, you have the Zeri, Lulu, and box side, so it could potentially set up for the Shy to get his hands on the carry and play more around that top half of the map. And now looking at where Weibo want to go, wanting to take away some of these engaged supports that might want to pair well with that Tristana, but still paying respect to the fact that that Tristana can go into the hands of Cream. So looking at next pick, I mean, if you want to save that Tristana to continue to be a flex, you can't even just look to pick support here, which I feel like would hard signal where it is going to go, but it looks like no. Instead, just going to end up opting into the Varus.
Okay, well, we know exactly where it's going then, at the very least. Is, dude, we're just getting Xiaohu happiness on our screen at the same time. Now we get to see where these solo laners go. Yes, we get Zeri Lulu bot, but bro, anything's possible. We've even seen Alawi in the LPL this split. We've seen the Shy on Quinn. The Shy's his most picked. Come on, man. Again, I guess the Shy just says, well, he wants to go with a firm favorite.
And now for Weibo, I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot's going to be up to Xiaohu and the Shy with these picks coming out. I do expect this to be locked in, give them some potential to try and find that assassination onto Cream in the mid lane. You know, marksman pick, very squishy, Tristana mobile herself, so things like the Spirit Rush combined with Karsa able to come in should be able to do quite a bit up against them. Ooh, this has been another pick, though, that we've seen PP God doing incredibly well, and he locks it in. 3 games, all wins, 18.5 KDA on the pick. And it's been one of the ones that, again, I really like to see from OMG when we've been getting a lot of compositions that are kind of shorter range, do want to come into. You expect that from the Vi. You know, champions like the Gnar as well, Ari, going to have to be very conscious of where these members are. But one huge ultimate from PP God, and that fight just going straight in favor of OMG.
I feel like, though, we're looking at the potential of explosive mid, though, Lyric, right? Strong 2v2 on Weibo, strong 2v2 on OMG's side. A lot of CC combination, and I feel like whoever takes over mid might just take over the world.
100%. For Weibo, it's about shutting down the Tristana and not letting Cream just be able to constantly push in those waves, whittle down plates, have that solo like 1v1 in the mid lane, which Tristana definitely has potential to outplay. So we're going to see if Karsa can get involved. Again, Karsa and Xiao should have a lot of synergy. They played together back in 2019, hell, even in 2018, right? 2018, 2019 RNG squad. So going to be up to them to come in, shut Cream down, and then take over the map with the ability to find picks on Ari and Vi.
It's also funny, Abel going up against Xiaohu as well, right? Abel was always that player behind Uzi for quite a little bit on RNG on Royal Club for quite a while too. So, you know, now in his own starting spot, and has been for a while, but going up against some former members of the organization, it'll be about setting yourself up for success, especially when you lock in playoffs with a win here. All it takes is this series going 2-0. If OMG 2-0 this, playoffs are in. And OMG will be our 4th team locked in here today. That's a crazy accomplishment, considering that OMG have for a while been that team that have been on like the 8th, the 9th, the 10th spot. Lyric, this will be a great start for them in this split in this year to show us that maybe they're better than what they have been in previous years, and maybe they're worth more respect here as we get into Summoner's Rift.
Especially if they can make a push past where they have traditionally been, where, you know, they're a team who usually does kind of like scrape by into playoffs, but can't really make it any further than that. So for OMG, I'd love to see them be able to push, again, whether it's to like a 3rd round of playoffs, maybe even start making their way up to like, you know, it looks very hard for them to try and lock in double elim from regular season, but they've been looking so good, they can win a best of 5, they can make it up there. In my mind, even if OMG don't win, even if OMG don't go to MSI, just seeing them consistently make progress with this core, split on top of split, is a win.
I think, again, like, sticking with the same roster, the development there, it's great to see. Now, Lyric, let's just like get one thing out of the way before we get into this. I don't know what you're at the moment. I am looking at, like, YouTube when it first released. You know, 2007? You know what I'm talking about? When they had the lightsaber video with the guy in the green room. Oh, it's gotten better.
I was going to say, I feel like the best way to describe how it was a second ago is it looks like the player names are like ancient Mayan scripts. And they're like, what is going on?
Oh my God. Something that like the Egyptian pharaohs would be reciting to us as well. We're trying to write it down. But as PP God goes for the all-in, get a good trade in the bottom lane. Ladies and gentlemen, we can admit that our site is back. We are now at 720 again. And we even see the level 2 heal forward. What crisp. The emphasis there, Lyric, was incredible.
Yeah, crisp and light, just running them down. 2 summoners burnt on the side of OMG. PP God are getting incredibly low, so even just overall HP advantage going the side of Weibo's bot lane. And we hit on it that, you know, Weibo's bot lane, light especially, has really been one of the shiny, consistent pieces, which is why OMG are wanting to put some attention down towards this bot lane. But Aki standing on top of a ward. You're never going to be able to find light like that, my dude.
Well, as he walks away, Xiaohu, or rather Carter, excuse me, who's ready to react and get into that bottom lane. Just across the board, though, quick uptake of the lanes and how we've started this game off. Xiaohu was down quite a bit of CS, but it looks like it was just the shove in. However, I could be correct, Lyric, because as Cream reacts to this next wave, that's a big gappity gap in mid already.
And it just comes from the Tristana. It's why we said, especially for Weibo, you don't want to see them leave it to like an isolated 1v1. Sure, post 6, sorry, we'll have more opportunities with the Spirit Rush and do a charm and try and get something going, but I still feel like it should be incredibly hard to be able to kill Cream in those situations. So it's about finding that influence. I think for Weibo, you're probably going to be waiting till around 6 before even Karsa starts rearing his head for a 2v2. Maybe some opportunities come earlier on, but
he's found a perfect timing as well. The flash was burned from PP God, but he's out behind Abel. Karsa, great opportunity, but unfortunately a poor connection.
Still good presence of mind by Abel to even just be playing at that angle to make sure that Karsa really can't traverse him and has no way of getting down there. Is going to see the Shy potentially trying to run Shanji down.
Well, that's nice, isn't it? Just seeing Nah batter down the hatch a little bit and smack it out on the other side. At least bot lane survives here for OMG, and you can see there's already a small gold lead because of the creams. Wow. The creams individual lead. There we go. Creme fresh. I always wondered, should we be calling him Creme? Hang on. Aki's going to get the smite down here before Karsa gets his way with it. And Aki as well. Actually up by 10 CS.
Which is kind of surprising when you think about the fact that Karsa like did just stay with clearing his own jungle before, you know, Aki being the first one to pivot down towards that bot lane. But I guess with Karsa also giving some time is Cream.
Good buffer. That's ridiculous.
Does have to teleport up.
He can buffer too much on Tristana, hey. Like, Tristana can buffer a lot of abilities in the game that shouldn't be buffered.
Yeah, I also want to highlight, just because, you know, this trade looks pretty bad on paper, but Xiao had already recalled and had already TP'd back to lanes, where obviously Cream still hasn't, going to have his TP now, so he's going to do just fine. Also having the Vamp Scepter now, so we'll be able to try to sustain out some of the poke that Xiao will be dishing out.
Well, as we see the TP used to get back into lane, Cream is here now with the Vamp Scepter, as you mentioned. Xiaohu does have level 6 though, and as you were talking about in drafting phase, this is about OMG using the pushing power of Tristana, about Weibo finding a response to mid as well and stopping that from happening. Mid still seems to be the prime moment here as those ultis are going to make us talk about them a little bit more. But as you're also talking about those ultis on the jungle, it's also super important. We have to see what happens when Kasa gets 6, when Aki gets 6, around these first neutrals too, to see if they can start snowballing this game.
Yeah, Karsa, though, actually just wanting to pay more attention to bot. Maybe wanting to cover right now, knowing his bot lane's pushing in that wave pretty aggressively and expecting that Aki can find an opportunity here. But Aki not even thinking about bot lane right now. Wanting to work his way. Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he's working his way around.
He was spotted, though. There was some good wards from Weibo, so Carson knows that the fat man lies here. However, ships in the night. Boys staring at massive walls. What will they do about it? As Kasa and Aki meet up in River, Xiaohu has that ulti, Cream's here as well. In the LPL, I always believe in a nice piece of blood. The Urukai saying meat's back on the menu, boys. That resonates with the LPL as well. As we're just continually hovering in the river, Lyric. Never mind, just chilling.
You look at the jungles, though, and no camps up. Now Raptors being there for Aki. Blue going to be up soon from the side of Weibo. Okay.
They are going all in. Aki's going to come in, distracted a little bit by Carson, but Aki just runs past him into Chris. Forget it. Carson's like, look at me, and Aki cares not.
No, just go straight for Chris. But a lot of that coming down to PP God finding the handshake to start the trade off with. Just a nice job realizing that they have the mobility, they have the ability to find that play. And now Weibo still wanting to find a punish onto Aki.
It's a flash, it's a charm, the connection. They used a lot for that, and they will still find it. So Weibo with a quick response. It's on the jungler too, Lyric. And maybe that enhances the ability to look at this first drag.
I wonder if you'll think about it once Chris gets back to lane and they push out this bottom wave, because you can see now it being crashed in. Abel and PP God's going to go for that reset, but we're going to get a replay here. Handshake comes out, really nice, just sets up for Abel to get the trade, even the proc of the Guardian there. Like you said, Aki, especially the fact that he is Predator, right? Because Karsa can't keep up. Maybe if Karsa was able to keep up, you could just follow the Gragas and like try to flash in front of him, but yeah, with that Predator, even that is not possible. It does look like Weibo went with what I was saying. Wait for Crisp to get back to lane, push out that bot wave, and just to make sure you're able to get that dragon very safely. So, objective going over the side of Weibo, but look at Aki on the minimap. OMG wanting to find something of their own with that Herald, but with Weibo coming out from base now, they might potentially be able to look for a contest.
Perhaps. It's going to have to be pretty quick movement.
Nope.
Lulu is going forward, but Lyric, I guess they're a little bit too late to this one.
Yeah, not wanting to go for it. It's like you said, had they made a beeline straight to it, like Carson finished off the red and go to it, even if you end up giving it over, maybe they could have, you know, been a position to find a fight. But with Xiao not having Spear Rush, it does seem like a smarter thing to opt out of when, you know, the whole core of OMG who are around there did have their ultis online. So, nice job by Weibo to realize, hey, they don't really need to go for anything right now. But still, OMG playing for that gold lead. They take the Herald. They have CS leads, which are having them sit at about a 1K gold lead right now. And a lot of that coming down to like what Cream's been able to do in mid, even finding himself 2 plates already.
It's a huge advantage. It's another reason why OMG, we talk about these pockets consistently. You know, Cream has the Akali ban against him 80% of all games to split. There's just some champions where like OMG demand respect on, excuse me. Yeah, respect, attack. And Cream is just, you know, I guess a great duelist, Lyric? Is that the right word I'm looking for? Good duelist player. I don't know.
Have you been casting Valorant recently?
Yeah, I did play a bit, you know. I've been playing a bit. Dude, the new champion is just Echo with greener hair. I will say that, new agent. But his portrait in game looks like it's 144p. I can't get over it. Play Valorant, everyone else has their animation. You're like, why is he in low res?
He also does look like he's like a Fortnite character. I will say that. But Weibo, focus on them now because they have ults up. And with the ult from Karsa, the cease and desist, it would be very easy to potentially find something onto Cream, but not wanting to go with it, just waiting for the lane pros to come out to turn this into a scuttle crab. And I mean, hell, you're at a point now where we've seen the Shy consistently of Prio on top side. Now with levels under his belt, Xiao who's able to threaten in mid, which is giving him push there. So I'd love to see some link up between the Weibo soul lanes in jungle and actually start finding proactive moves on the map while they have these windows.
The Shy just narrowly avoiding that Natofo strike as well. The Ghost is going to be popped. The Shy in a bit of trouble. The all-out's there, but it just sends him further in the right direction. However, the damage is now here, but Chanji getting autoed to death. Mega Shy not there. Flashes from the explosive cast. The damage so close to being a KO, but he survives. He gets out. While top all the attention's there, OMG's bot's going to be in trouble, Lyric.
And look at the minimap. PP.God's not here. He's wrapping around from the opposite side of lane. I guess Abel being incredibly lucky that there is no wave on the side of Weibo to try and make that dive possible. At the end of the day, will just be the Gromp taken away, but Weibo still hunting, still fishing for this. Vision denied, but Aki, good presence of mind to make sure gets some vision down before just making a mistake of walking into that fog of war. So we've seen Weibo spending a lot of time hunting for this. Karsa really just going back and forth between River, wrapping around to mid, looking at it from the Raptor camp on top side, going into enemy jungle on bot side, but the opportunities just aren't being given over by OMG.
Again, OMG with some more structured play. We're complimenting them here this split, but more importantly, complimented them at the start of the broadcast. They are one series away from locking in playoffs as our fourth team. Weibo, I might have said we're a top 3 team at the start of the split. I stood by that, but sometimes you just, you know, with the good comes the bad. And Weibo are that team, you know, I don't know if Joe agrees with the mojo, but I think Weibo have the most mojo because mojo's not always a good thing, like 100% of the time.
So I actually predicted Weibo to win the split. I didn't think they would be the best team. I actually,
sexy man.
I thought this would actually, this is a very fair representation of Weibo, how they've done this. Beat some top teams, lose some teams under them, and it be all over the place. But it's just the fact of like, if that all goes right on the right day, that could win you a championship. Though I guess with LPL's playoff format, that would need to go right on a lot of things, on very many days.
That's right. That's what makes them such a great team, but sometimes, as you said, such a questionable team as well. Dragon's coming up in 15 seconds. And we're going to get a good representation of that. They got the first one. Weibo have got all the tools here to try and bring it forward as Herald close to getting down the kill. Smite was used from Carter, but he's got another charge. 10 seconds left to go on that. OMG getting the river first thanks to Herald. And with that push as well, Weibo are now on the defensive.
OMG, their composition is great when Weibo are playing right in front of them. You have so many ways to disengage, to buy space, to zone control where Weibo are. Even Shanji making his way down. Weibo theoretically, I mean, you'd want to find a pick first, but even if you just outright burst one member, right? Cream or Abel overstepping, Karsa and Xiao having the ability to traverse so much distance is...
Oh, it's a bait, it's a bait. There's the Ultra Shock as well, and they get PP gold before he can do anything. His ulti was up and he died as an explosive cast flashlight. Beautiful movement. Chris gets out as well, but Carson now in trouble. But Light can take this over. This is his fight. This is his fight. Zeri versus Abel. They kill each other. Cream jumps in onto Chris against the wall. Click, click. Boom.
No shield, no wild growth for Chris to be able to finish that one. Man, it has to feel bad that you guys weren't able to finish off Aki, or that would have just been, again, a solid trade, an even trade across the board. The difference maker being the fact that Cream was still in mid, was able to make his way down, and was able to finish off that last kill. But at least Shy being a bit of a shining light up in top side. Oh, Cream?
He ran into an Everfrost and a Charm, but Cream still, it's an auto attack, 80 carry mid. Xiao has flash available for Spirit Rush there as well. Derek, I can sense magic in the air. I can sense Xiao saying, bro, I want to kill this man. Who was it who said, I want to kill the Shy or something? And it was like, guys, you mean outside the rift, right? As we'll look at the replay on that note.
Yeah, going for PP-God, I think a lot of it being the fear from that ultimate of why they want to focus him out. Maybe the polymorph was a bit of overkill, but still, they get him in the end. Carson not going to be able to get out, and Light wanting to run them down. The healing coming out from Abel, making it so he survives and can at least trade 1-for-1 in that scenario. And then, like I said, Cream making his way down. Look where Xiao is on the minimap. He had gone for a reset and isn't going to be able to make his way over in time, potentially, again, making a 3-for-3 at the end of the day. Still, though, Weibo are the team now threatening Herald, but unlike Weibo last time, OMG do want to prevent this. OMG do want to look for the fight. We can see Mythics coming online across the board this time around.
Black
but Shanji TPing the bot, so this will just be a 4v4. Neither top lane can join up.
Is Aki going to walk into death? Barrel roll, okay. Star Fox adventures here from Aki as Xiaohu takes a lot of damage from the Night Harvest of Gragas. The Shyman's back down bot. He's already TP'd in. Shanji has already burned his TP as well, so if they stay here, they will not be able to join that Rift Herald fight. As I feel like Lulu might need some new voice lines, Lyric. You know, sitting there watching that, you know, she says that tasted purple. I wonder if she'd ever say that tasted bomba when she died from an explosion. As there's Castle running away. Good charm from Xiao, who buys a bit of space, but OMG again have a bit of priority here. These guys feeling strong yet again.
You know, going back to what you just said, isn't it impressive that Richie Valens wrote the song La Bamba without actually knowing Spanish? He didn't actually know Spanish, but he still wrote the song. So no,
what?
He didn't. I mean, he was, like his family obviously spoke Spanish, Mexican descent, but still he didn't, he just like learned how to say the words without ever actually learning Spanish itself. So yeah, La Bamba, absolute banger.
Isn't 90% of it? Well, hang on, not 90%, 99% is all Spanish.
Yeah. So
I'm actually trying to remember the English. I don't think there is any English in it. I didn't know if La Bamba
a lot of it's just like that, you know, like all the, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing La Bamba on broadcast. No one deserves that. This is actually a very important game too, so a lot of important OGs watching this game right now.
Look, that's okay. Sometimes you just got to live it up. You know, today is Monday, and when you broadcast on a Monday, you're allowed to go off the rails. Unfortunately, though, I go off the rails whether it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever day it is. So maybe we'll just leave that rule
when you've
in
been
place.
here, when you casted the LPL for years, especially in a very small cast we used to have, you can go off the rails whenever you want.
Thank you, sir.
You need to pick and choose.
I appreciate that. I'll see if I can incorporate some of the La Bamba lyrics into cast. La Bamba lyrics. 45 seconds till Dragon. And as Richie Valens said, yo no soy marinero. I see soy, I see marinade or almost. No soy. And I think that's the tale of this Weibo game so far. There hasn't been much salt in it. Right, we've had stable lanes, we've had a lot of Casa interacting with enemy jungle, but not enough salt outside that bottom lane play. So that's why we have Yo No Soy. As 20 seconds comes through for the Chemtech Dragon lyric, I'm kind of curious about Weibo, as you were saying, finding that pick to add a bit of that salt, that spice into this server.
The good thing for OMG is that they have multiple damage threats, right? Both Cream and Abel now. Even picking up their second item, Ginsu's coming online for Abel, Bloodthirster there for Cream. So even if you do single out one member, like, it's rough because then you got to also consider PP God with his ultimate, because if you single out a carry and that comes through and then his W's there, is OMG gonna look for the fight.
Chance Corruption hits at max range as well onto the Dragon. Jungle's not here yet. Smite though is taken out of the pit. He just runs in and that is mine. As he shouts it out, Shanji's going to die for it, but the Shy has kept the whole team at bay. He's about to go make an R and he has Flash. The Shy has Flash, ladies and gentlemen, as Flash comes through from Arky into the wall. Meanwhile, on the back of the fight, Wild Growth is there. Why would you run into Mike Shy in peak form? That guy is chunky. Onto Cream now, his ult's already used, but he's slowed down. The Shy threw a house at him. The mortgage price is too much to deal with. Cream defaults on the loan, but Weibo take the house apart piece by piece.
I love to see Light as well, flashing forward, following up, knowing the Shy about to be mega, that those windows, those opportunities are going to be there to take the fight. So they might have lost Dragon from some heads-up play from Shanji specifically, just eating Karsa out of there. But still, wait, what the fight we see here. Dragon will go through. Is Karsa taken out of the pit? Members of OMG trying to just run down the Shy, but not able to do so. He's very tanky this one. Let's remember again, he was winning his lane. He was getting plays. But right there, Light flashing in to get damage on Abel, even able to E away and make sure he doesn't get hit by Aki's body slam. And then the Shy able to set up the other pick with his ulti. So in my mind, a lot of that fight coming down to Light, a lot of it coming down to just the positioning of the fight around Dragon, and OMG not being able to get on top of it and really burst out the Shy. So again, Weibo lost the objective, but I think they'll be happy now finding a 2K gold lead.
And I know we talked a lot about early game. We talked about, you know, snowballing and how mid control came into it, or rather mid champ. What we're seeing right now is that Light has not only been getting involved in kills, but he's been cruising up towards that 3 item mark. You know, Renan's already picked up, which we don't see much, let's be real, with the Infinity Edge changes and with the lethality, the crit changes is not important because Cream's about to die. Who wants to die today? Cream, is it you? He lines up and he said, please let me out. He gets CC for days. The mid-jungle combination we talked about on Weibo is huge as the Shy gonna go Mega again. Abel under turret, does it matter? The Shy says, no, this time I'm gonna play it safe as Abel won't get the reset. I guess he was playing it safe indeed as Weibo Lyric are finding these surprising picks.
It's so nice to see because, again, Weibo have been a team who have been able to struggle against teams around them in the standings, losing to teams like TT, losing to RNG the other day.
Oh, is he in trouble? He tried to get the distracted. The all-out use. The Shy can't get out. He's dead. But Weibo is still on this Baron at 4K, 3K. Renata ult is up. Renata ult in front of Baron. It comes through, but is it too late? Smite in time. Aki can't get the steal.
It's good to see Karsa being able to be on point with that one. It would have been so tragic had the Shy going down been the thing that kind of changed the trajectory of this game because, oh, wait, what is... Okay, I was going to say, what is Karsa angling for here? But I feel like the Shy's been having a really solid game again, just left in that isolated 1v1. You know he knows exactly his limits and what he's able to do on the Gnar pick and finding a lead for himself to where, I mean, on 2.5 items, Shanji hasn't even finished his second yet. We're going to get to see a replay of what went down here. Not expecting the members to be here. I don't know why, because look at like the position up top. Wave, Cream getting set up, just sort of very easy pick to be able to come through, and then wanting to follow it forward. Light once again running down Abel, and sadly not able to revive.
In the exact same spot, they run in Abel's dead again. 2-4-2. He's having a great game in bot. He had a beautiful trade earlier, but now as Braga slams down the Ale, he's just been caught out multiple times by Weibo.
Weibo just having a great understanding of their win conditions, like knowing it's coming down to like singling out and focusing these members. You don't necessarily just want to run at them right in front of Dragon, which is why we saw they didn't do that before. You don't want Renata's tools to come in handy, the ultimate to be there. You don't want explosive cast to potentially like single out some members of Weibo. So doing a great job of finding these opportunities and not letting themselves be put in those situations.
Lyric, I just noticed it's a Seeker's Arm Guard in the inventory of Abel. Is he that scared that he's building a Zonyas? Is he like, dude, I need to live?
Honestly, I can see it, right? I mean, Karsa gonna press R on you, wanting to find ways to survive that. Xiao gonna jump over walls, so for Abel, we're gonna see if it does get him to a point where he can start surviving, and then you should have more consistent DPS between the fact that you have 2 marksmen, but still, I mean, like, a solid source, even Ash, just the singular marksman on the side of Weibo with the Zeri pickup. So Dragon up in 10 seconds. Cream's flash should be up very soon. Lights also will be up in time for this. Gonna see it. OMG again keep the fight on their terms. Contesting wave as 5 members. Try to get in there. Don't allow Karsa and Xiaohu to once again find access to the back line. PP God's ult needs to have huge impact. Like, PP God has to be the member that we're looking at.
So far, no, it hasn't. And in front of the Baron, the most members ever hit is Weibo trying to pick past pieces again. Wyzak here by himself, but maybe for the body slam. Ulti in, they got Xiaohu. PP God's ulti Lyric, he said it, and it found something, but now Light can bring it all back in. He's got Navori in the Shy's ulti. What ring that did it to him? Meals on wheels for the quadra kill. Might Shy hits the dragon, while Light yet again opens the death note. In they go!
Huge pentakill for Light being set up by the Shy. Great team fighting coming out from Weibo overall. It looked like it was going to be a little bit dicey with Aki finding the engage. But my God, now making the rep to 6K gold lead. Like the Shy, this Weibo team, they are online today.
Every time we've seen a Zeri set up in the LPL, it's led to a quadra or a penta this split. As we look against this Lyric, it was such a good start from OMG.
Yeah, but the one person that didn't really get locked up was Light. So able to just run them down, putting all the damage in the Shy here. Flashes, gets a knockback on the 4 members who were finding their escape. And then Light, I mean, being so charged up from the ulti, just able to keep running the rest of OMG down. Huge. This is why we said, on Weibo's like best days and Weibo's good days, it can be terrifying. OMG 5-series win streak. And now Weibo in game 1 looking dominant.
They won a 4v5. Xiao died at the start, doing 17 damage. He probably sneezed on them. And then as he goes down, the rest of the fight, the Shy, as you pointed out so expertly, untouched in that backline, just having a field day, having another great game. And, you know, the Shy might have some blunders in this split, like any other, right? But as he was saying in recent interviews, he thinks he's playing better than 2018. And there are moments where absolutely he is. 2-1-6 here. 8 out of 14 kill participation. Won't get you writing to your mother about that one, but you will be telling her that he's 3 items, armor resistant, up to the knees. And holding down the side lane fort for the time being is Weibo with a 6,000 gold lead. They've got Double Dragon now. Abel's trying to find a pick, but onto Carter as he flashes away. That Vault Breaker can turn around, but the arrow set up in quiver from Abel. As he launches it, Carson moves to half HP, but Cream jumping up to light. I'm not sure that's the best idea, especially with Crisp nearby.
No, so no fight can happen right now. Weibo's still going to look to push in these waves and play around Light. Light is a monster right now. So huge. Is he going to actually go in? Oh, they go for him. Cream, he's gone.
For the ulti. Light just presses Zar. Carson's ulti goes on cooldown, unfortunately, but as Charm comes through, Shanti will be unstoppable, even dodging away from the Everfrost. Rather, Xiao's angle not right, but still, it's another pick down as the Shy under turret just goes into Abel. Does he care as Abel pokes him down, but it's not enough damage. It's full armor on the Shy. As Shanti doesn't get the Natopo strike, Weibo are blasting down OMG's base in top meanwhile.
Oh, just great job. The Shy being distraction, Light being the main carry of the other forces. And this is one of the things in terms of, we're like, hey, look at the roster, you can understand why like things have gone the way it does. It also makes an incredible amount of sense to have a guy as consistent, as solid, as top tier as Light, when you do have a top side of the map that is more volatile. Again, it isn't always about the flashy plays with Light. It was about a flashy play in this game. But, you know, he has been the member who I think has consistently looked the best this split, and is definitely someone that you could put your eggs in the Light basket, put him on something like the Zeri, and know he's going to be able to take over.
And again, like, Light, as you said, has been so underrated in many, many different splits. I feel like the fact that it's not always like, oh my god, Jacula flashed into 5 people but killed 3. It is something more solid. It is something that maybe a little bit more consistent, right? And Crisp as well has been such a great facilitating support for him. As we even saw in the lanes, I think Crisp gets a looked over when Light gets pentas like these. As Lyric, I'm going to hold you on that thought. We can talk about it later because the Shy's got to go mega in front of Baron. He's trying to buy time. OMG running in as the Shy backs away. It's Ultra Shock over the wall. Light goes through the field.
Yes, he got it!
Aki! That man finding a steal means that OMG run away with Baron with 4 people. That Gragas, man, he could take me on a date anytime.
OMG living to fight another day is huge for them. We can see if Weibo can make do with the fact that they have numbers advantage on the map right now. It doesn't look like it. The Shy pushing in top. Maybe they try to find something there, but Dragon not up for another 45 seconds, so Aki has plenty of time to be up for that one. He'll be up in 15. But it looks like, okay, choke them out of more gold, more experience, take away all their jungle camps, and just to make sure that they're going to stay at the deficit they found themselves in. But my God, getting a Baron, being able to solve this game a little bit more, you'll take that.
Lyric, question to you. What do you think Gragas' favorite restaurant is? What would I get ready for? You know, me and Gragas sitting there. He's obviously got the drinks order already underway. Where'd we go?
You know, I need to have time to think about that because the crazier thing is the fact that Aki should be dead. That Aki was like literally a dead man walking in that scenario and has enough time to get the smite down. Weibo tried to lock him up, tried to take him out.
Uh-oh. Not again. Cream this time. It's the Shy, though. Xiao, who wasn't even involved, is Cast is setting up another. You know what really hurts as a Tristana? When you have point and click CC that will follow you anywhere.
Yeah, and just point and click CC, the ability to close large amounts of distance, so even things like your ulti or your W don't mean all too much. And that's one thing that Weibo were able to index heavily into to make sure that they're able to get this going. And now looking at items right, the Shy, you don't have to pour incredibly tanky with the fact going into armor, realizing that, hey, Aki's the only real AP on the squad he's to contend with, also having the QSS to be able to outplay some of these situations. Death cap on Xiaohu, so he's also a large damage that you have to pay respect to.
Good sidestep from the Shine, and Topo Strike to send him back, and Shanji with the ulti with his team. Could have turned into a potential pick-off here with that Baron buff to slow things down even further. OMG are behind 7,000 gold and Lyric. There's only one question left. Have you had a thought? Have you had to think about it?
You know, I have been thinking, because I feel like when you ask what Gragas' favorite restaurant is, I'm trying to think of something like pretty trashy, something you can go get. You know, you can go.
Or like
you
the
can go
Bavarian.
Your full.
You know,
Yeah,
like a Bavarian pub would be a good guess, right?
I don't know why I want to imagine Gragas at like a fancy, like 5-star, like Michelin star French restaurant. That's what I want to imagine out of my Gragas.
Esquire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want a bit of a. I want Gragas with a bit of a culture to him, a bit of an edge.
Like
but still,
Gordon Ramsay's restaurant or something, right? You know, Gragas
Exactly.
sitting in there and he's got his suit on, and Gordon comes up to him personally because they've known each other for years. Who knew? That's kind of
slaps
what...
two pieces of bread right on each side of Gragas' face, and then Ramsey regrets it for the rest of his life.
Oh, and then Gragas ultis Gordon Ramsay, and man, that's how Gordon Ramsay joined League of Legends. You imagine special import. That's when sponsorship goes maybe too far. Gordon Ramsay joins in. What would his ult be?
Look,
maybe it is the idiot sandwich. Lights out.
Me and you buy an org. We get Gordon Ramsay as our jungler, the first player we acquire.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't know. And then everyone can actually say, what is he cooking? And he probably is doing something on the side. The Shy again, sidestep straight, Chain of Corruption, flash from Peepy Gold, but Cast goes golden. The Shy doesn't have a Mega Gnar, though. Did he think he did? I don't know. But as he dies there, that's a bit of a whoopsie from WeiboGaming, and now Light has to carry the fight, but he gets Wild Growth, they jump on him, he goes Golden Grip, sends away Creamer, Shahu now on Reset City. But Shanji getting that flip back, it's good, but where's the damage? Someone has to hit Light. Somebody! It's obviously him! Light is getting the first kill as he still patches up the ulti, but he runs out for the time being. OMG are away with it, and that's as good of a fight as we've seen in this game. As Weibo with a better whoopsie, but the charm almost sets it up again.
Yeah, that was close. I mean, Weibo kind of giving some kills over there, like you said, the Shy going in. But still, the fact that even with that, you can see that they're the winners of the fight, right? They're the ones forcing OMG back. They're the ones still able to push in the wave. They're the ones still able to take away these jungle camps. Just goes to show the lead that they've been able to find so far. I'm interested to get a replay of this one. Cool, we're actually going to jump right into it because we see it's actually Abel wanting to go in. They find the lockdown on the Karsa and the Shy. I guess wanting to buy space, wanting to prevent the engage from coming out, but at least no Mega there. Luckily, Karsa buys a lot of space in the backline with Xiao. You get the initial pick coming out to where Light able to go golden, able to just kite out Shanji, but then no damage, able to consistently go onto members like Cream. So ends up being a 2-for-2 at the end of the day. A lot of the like key tanks and zoning members able to get on the backline to make sure that this isn't a one-sided fight in either direction.
And remember, if you do jump in on Abel, he has a Zhonya's now. So with the AP coming forward, that was probably, I mean, I don't know, what are we getting from there as a fourth item? We'll wait and see, but still, a lot of survivability, a lot of time for it. I can say that about a lot of members as we A-ram once again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect way to end game one if this is how it truly ends. As OMG out of there. In a choke, Xiaohu now getting ready. The Shy goes Mega, and they fear him. Even though he went to his death before, guys, we've already seen some of the best in the same game too. OMG run for the hills. Baron's almost up in about 15 seconds, so Weibo will have first dibs on that. OMG have to come back out onto the map and try and find a place in this first game.
And we're going to see here, still wanting to angle around for it. The Shy, we need to keep an eye on him and his Mega especially.
Chain's Corruption. He gets felled.
Okay.
Saved by Chris.
He also does a QSS, so it could have potentially been that as we see Xiao.
Okay, he gets the charm on a PB God. There's the ulti though, but Light's already killed him. Beautifully done. Light though, look for the reset. He's still jumping in. Arky gets interrupted though, and now Light can have a free tasting, man. It is a Michelin star restaurant when Light's involved as he chases down Shanji. Will still find that ulti. It's a triple. It's a quadra. We don't get a double penta. We broke history earlier in the split, but Light was close to doing it again.
And now, though, Weibo, they have a wave. They're going to be able to funnel down the base. Has been a bit messy. OMG been able to find some kills, but Weibo looked dominant this game.
I cannot believe we got close to double penta, but I cannot believe Light is ending on 16 kills from a bit of mess to a clean 3-course dinner. WeiboGaming set their sights on a beautiful foundation of Game 1.
It looked good. It was really impressive, especially once we got, you know, like 10, 15 minutes in, where you can see they very clearly understood how they should and want to play out this game. A lot of it coming down to the Vi and Ari being the